Well, good morning, blockers. We are live with Max. Hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Max wanted to get the party started a little bit early with some cardboard, but we've got lots of fun stuff in store for you today. So if you're joining us, make sure you take a moment, just say hello in the chat. Let us know who's joining us this wonderful Saturday morning, last Saturday of November already. That just seems amazing. But, you know, it's here. So I see I've got 5 people watching. Whoops. And again, I forgot to turn off the volume on my secondary device. Give me 1 second, and I'm going to make sure that we don't have any interruptions. Okay, that's a little bit better. So I've got Tango Elliott. Hello, hello. Asevu, Imhotep, Greenbird's joining us. And I know it's not morning for a few of you. It just depends where you are joining us from. Cheryl's here. Hello, hello. So right now, Max is having a bit of a munch on some cardboard, but I did say that today was going to be a snack attack. You'll notice that I set up the chair a little bit differently. Don't chew on that. I brought in the chair from outside. It's a patio chair. And I did this for a very good reason, because I was planning out some snacks and they're going to be juicy. And quite honestly, I didn't want to clean a leather chair of, quit chewing on that, buddy, of juicy snacks. So before I put out some snacks, Max, I'm just going to reach in here and I'm just going to knock this down, okay? There, I just want to sweep that off. Do you want some snacks, Max? I have a festive platter for you. So this morning, for Max, I've got a wonderful, wonderful platter. And hopefully, there we go, see it. We have oranges, we have apples, and we have his choice of the day, eggy. So he's just going to get started on that, and I'm just going to show you the platter a little bit. So that is our festive platter of the morning. Apple, orange, pepper, and eggy. But right now we're going to get started with a little bit of eggy, and I will try to track as Max decides to move around. And if you'll excuse me, I have a platter as well for Chico, and he sounds a little annoyed. He's blowing his nose at me. He definitely wants a snack attack platter as well. Hi. Hi, buddy. Yeah, this one's just, you gotta eat in here. Okay. Let's put that down. Give me 1 minute. Okay. Oh, did you go get another piece? Yeah, that was good. I'm going to come back a little bit, just so we've got everything in frame, including the platter. It's very good that you self-serve like that, Max. Very good indeed. Okay, Tico. What do you think? Can I just change up that paper before I put it in? Yeah. Well, Max is busy entertaining the flock. Careful, Max, don't trip. Oh yeah, egg is the favorite of the day. Can't say I blame Max for that. Egg is quite tasty. Here we go. snacks for you, Tico. Get some snackies. There you go. Okay, right there. Look at it. You want more egg, Max? Here's another egg. And Max definitely enjoys his eggs. One of his favorite snacks. And Tico's now settled down with a platter as well. Just wanted to change out the paper at the bottom of his cage because he made a bit of a mess and I didn't want him tracking through it. Now Tico is the master of fling. He will fling a lot of food when he eats, so juicy foods are usually limited to the inside of his cage. That means that there is a chance that I will manage to keep the rest of the house relatively clean. And it means I only have to wash one wall. You don't want any orange? You don't want any apple, buddy? Huh? Are you sure? This is really good. Yeah. And sometimes food tastes better when there is an human to hand it to you. Let's just adjust that a little bit. A bit more of a close-up. Yeah. Whoops. You dropped it. What about an orange? Oh, no oranges. What about an apple? No apples. Okay. Well, that doesn't work, does it? Just grab Mr. Pepper from the floor here. Is that the wrong color, Pepper? Hang on, Max. There might be another one. Would you prefer an orange pepper? I do have an orange pepper for you. I know, they sometimes taste better when they're different colors. Just have to wash for a minute. Now, one other trick for Max is if he sees me eating something, of course, he wants to eat it. So if I take a bite of the pepper first, he will want a bite. How crunchy! No? Okay. Put down on your platter. I know. Oh yeah, definitely wants his eggies this morning. I mean, I can't blame him. If I've got a choice of my favorite food or some of the secondary stuff, I'll always go for my favorite food. No, Max, I'm not making another egg. Because you already have foods. You already have foods. Well, I'm going to let him hang out with some snacks for a few minutes, just to see if he gets interested in them or not. And I'm going to talk about a few things. Christmas is coming. What's this, Max? So we've got lots of fun Christmas stuff. This one happens to be a Jingle Bell collar. Max isn't too sure about it yet. Now, Jingle Bell collars like this. This one's built for a dog, and it should fit around his head quite nicely. And he hasn't quite been introduced to it yet. But I think it'll be kind of fun. A couple of things that I need to be really aware of when he's wearing a collar like this is it is always supervised. The type of Jingle Bells used on things like this are usually an unsafe metal. They usually have a lot of zinc in them. And they are also quite soft, with lots of edges to catch unwary toes, beaks, etc. So when he wears this, it's going to be supervised, and the word of the day will probably be But that's going to be kind of fun for him, so I've got that set up. And the reason I wanted to bring out the jingle collar and start talking about was Birdmas. We are entering a month of fun. Lots and lots of fun stuff planned for Birdmas. And since you are watching the live, I'm going to give you a bit of a sneak peek on some of the stuff that's coming. First off, we are doing a Birdmas safety video, talking about some of the things we need to do around the house to make sure that things are safe for our feathered companions. I'm hoping to have that one released this week. And, you know, every Christmas I try to do something that talks a bit about safety, talks about how to improve, you know, lives for the flock as well as the humans. And certainly Birdmas is a very, very exciting time of year. Is that Max? Yeah, all sorts of tasty treats, shiny ornaments and gifts. Oh, we cannot forget about the gifts. We'll talk about those in a few minutes. So, we also have a very special Christmas story collaboration with Gonzo's Pet Ooman. That one is coming up fairly soon. We've been working together. If you recall, Gonzo did pass away recently, but his pet Ooman and the rest of his flock are quite willing to get together and put together a retelling of a very special Christmas tale. We're very excited, looking forward to that. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we have a couple of other Christmas videos planned as well. So this Birdmas, this December, you're going to see, if everything goes well, a scripted video every week in addition to the Max Musings and the live streams. Yes, it's going to be a very, very busy month. But I think every birdie out there is getting ready for Birdmas. You may have also noticed that I've added a few new fun designs to Max's store. I always think that that is kind of fun. I put them up in time for the weekend sales. And if you go to his store at Teespring, I'll post up a link after the video. It may not, if there's a link in the description, the default video description, it may not be correct. So let me hop in there and update it. But it's Max Moluccan store at Teespring. There's a couple of new designs and a savings code. 20% off when you use the code Bok Friday. Yep, BOKFRIDAY, Bok Friday. I mean, it makes perfect sense. So I've got a couple of pieces of merchandise I wanted to show you today. The first is a shirt. I'm just going to flip this down. I've got a little bit of hope that I'm going to have an angle right. Now this one is a box shirt. And oh boy, I guess I have to get a little bit further back with it. Here we go. So it's pretty big. It's bigger than life, isn't it, Max? And this one is in sort of an orangish yellow, but there are other colors that are available. It is kind of fun. But the fabric, very, very soft. It is printed right to the edges. Inside, it's well sewn. I did have to order one just to make sure that things went well. These ones, the all over print ones, are quite well done, and they are sized a little bit large. So if you're a woman, size down a little bit. They're kind of the guy sizing, but they are really, really well done. So hopefully that gave you a bit of a good glimpse of that, and you got a close-up of Max. So I'm going to move that shirt. And the next thing I have to show you are Bok socks. Yes, indeed. There are socks featuring your favorite cockatoo. So these socks, oops, right there, nice long tube socks. They've got black heel on them. They've got print of Max and a black toe. Print goes all the way down. Apparently I've got a few too many here, but definitely really, really good looking socks. I've adjusted the design so Max goes and grows out of the toe completely, but those are kind of fun as well. I'm just going to tuck this over here so you can see, yeah, socks do come in a pair. So these ones are also available, and they are available in a variety of colors. And there we go. So we have those in the store as well. It's just kind of fun. Some box socks. What do you think, Max? Yeah, I can give you a better view of the shirt. Just give me a minute. Make sure I don't have any windows open here and I'm not about to turn around a camera. That would be an unwelcome surprise. But the shirt, just pull it on. I know, Max, I'm getting dressed in front of you. The shirt itself, I'm gonna pull back. I'm gonna pop over to Max. Hi, buddy. Yeah. All right. Can I sit down? There. I know if I sit down, I'll be in view. Max approves of the shirt. It is kind of fun. It is big. It is bold. There are a lot of other designs in the store as well. They're not quite as bold. But this one I thought was kind of fun. And you can see that whole Bach theme is happening all over the arms. Yeah. What do you think, Max? Oh, okay. All right. Want a snack? Oh, time for a pepper? Grab it. All right, so that's what we've got out for merchandise. Some of the new designs, obviously, I do not have here just yet, but they are coming out and they are available. So if you order now, you can get them in time for Birdmas. I've got a couple of Birdmas prints up there as well, and some new stuff coming up this weekend. So yes, I mean, this is definitely exciting that we've got all sorts of wonderful stuff happening. I know I missed a few comments, and I'm going to go back and catch up on them. So what we've got here, yeah, Tango, the box shirts are kind of fun. I'm working on a couple of a little bit edgy designs as well. I don't know if I have the skills to do them or not, but I didn't want to upload until they were ready and I was happy with them. But there's some fairly traditional designs of Max as well. I think there's a couple of Tico up in the store too, but there's going to be some new stuff coming up all week. Yeah, the shirt is really generously sized, but they are very soft. They're very washable. This particular shirt I actually picked up when I first released merchandise, which was about a year ago. It's been washed multiple times and it's held up really well. And the socks, oh my goodness, yeah, it was so much fun to have some socks. And of course, I could not resist having that whole Bach theme happening with the socks. You know, I mean, you know, what's better? And then, you know, you've got Max right there on the foot looking up. And I've got a couple of new sock designs that are going to come up as well this week. So that's going to be fun. It's always kind of cool to see some of the merchandise. Yeah, well, actually, you're not stepping on Max, assez-vous. Max is sitting on you. So yeah. Mookie, you just need 2 socks, but you can, I think Tango might need 4. Tango says he wants one at Max eating Aggies in a cone. You never know, that might be posted too. A few people are saying that the stream is down, but I'm seeing it okay here. And Greenbird says it's okay, so I'm hoping that we're doing okay with the stream today. So let's just roll back and see. There's a couple of other comments that I did miss. Yeah, Tango Elliott, Max does enjoy a buffet, although I think he has had enough to snack on. Yeah, he's already gone poop a couple of times. Tango, yes, I did get a new microwave. I kind of got a little bit frustrated with COVID and getting something delivered. We've got, in Alberta, we have the most daily cases in all of Canada, and this is even in comparison to provinces with 3 or 4 times the population. Not good. So it's not really a good time to have people inside the house. So instead of replacing the mounted microwave that weighs a metric ton and is hovering cabinet height over top of a glass top stove, I picked up an inexpensive countertop microwave. And I decided that's going to do for now. And when things are safer and I can have somebody in the house to replace the microwave, I'm going to do so at that point. I've sort of been holding off. I've known that it's been on the way out for a little while, but it's kind of frustrating, and I'm trying to make sure that I'm keeping the flock safe. My parents are in their mid-80s, so certainly I have a low risk tolerance, because let's face it, you don't want to be the one who killed your parents. So I am erring on the side of caution. So there is a microwave, and Max is pretty happy with that. Well, he looks like he's ready for a nap today. Mike asks, can you feed him a carrot whole? Oh, absolutely. Mike, all I do with the carrots is I give them a wash so that they are clean, and then I just offer them up. Don't have any today, but Max will happily eat an entire carrot and munch on it, but it depends on his mood. One day he'll love Aggies, the next day he'll turn his beak up at them. It really depends what he is in the mood for. Yeah. Yeah, Max. Yeah, he's had a bit of a rough week. If you've been following us on the socials, you probably know what happened on Wednesday night. Wednesday night, and I'll just set the scene. Wednesday night, I was making dinner. Max was inside of his cage having a nice, relaxing snack, and Tico was playing on the floor with a big paper bag, one of those big grocery paper bags. Tico's pulling at it, playing at it. He was thinking it might make a great cave, and he dumped it over top of himself, so it fell over top of him, and I suddenly had this paper bag walking across the floor. I have to admit, funniest thing I've ever seen, and I grabbed the camera and I started filming. At this point, with sort of that sickening sound of every single piece of electronics in the house shut off at once. The furnace fan, the refrigerator, music I had playing in the background, everything suddenly got very, very quiet. This was accompanied with every single light in the house turning off, every single street light outside turning off, and just absolute plunge into blackness. So I was busy filming Tico trying to figure out what the heck just happened, and obviously needed a little bit of light. So unfortunately, since I was filming black and I couldn't see what I was doing, I exited without saving that video. I think it would have been a really funny one. And I flipped on the flash for the camera and used it to see what was going on. After closing Max's cage and rescuing Tico from the paper bag, I ducked outside and talked to a few of my neighbors. They were wondering, oh, is your power out too? Well, yeah, the street lights are out. It's pretty dark here when you look, and even when you looked out to the east on a couple of new communities, you could see that both Carrington and Livingston were without power as well. It was really reminiscent of when we moved into this place 3.5, almost 4 years ago now. There were no homes in that area. It was just farmers' fields, and it was pitch black that direction. So suddenly it was plunged in like that. What had happened is the car had hit a power pole. This was a case of the car being in the very wrong spot at the very wrong time, and that power pole being attached to a very critical piece of infrastructure, apparently, Because what happened with this one power pole, a single point of failure, it took out the electricity for over 9,000 homes. I don't feel so bad. There were 8,999 other houses plunged in blackness. They were able to restore the first 5,000 in about 20 minutes. We had to wait hours until our power came back on, and Max was very unhappy. He kept on setting off the birdie alarm. He was yelling and he was screaming because clearly I did not understand that he wanted the lights on, both the inside lights and the outside lights. Even at night, he gets some light in from a bit of a glow from the blinds, so you can always see a bit when your eyes are acclimatized just from the outdoor lights. He enjoys this, he sleeps well with it, and all of a sudden being plunged into utter pitch darkness was not his idea of fun. I lit a couple of candles, had them on the other side of the kitchen. It seemed like a fair compromise. Now, if you have birds, you know that candles are not great for their lungs. Avian lungs are very sensitive, and things like smoke are not good for them. However, in the event of a power outage, it seems like it's a relatively good option. Not something that we burn in here all the time. And I had a number of smaller candles going just to cast enough light that I could see what was going on. But Max was pretty upset. He was yelling his head off. And there's certainly video out there of him expressing his displeasure, shall we say, with the rest of the universe. Tico was pretty good once I popped him back inside the cage. He he's pretty stoic. He sort of looked around, shrugged, sat on his perch, tucked up a leg, and decided to take a bit of a nap, and he kept on glaring at Max when Max yelled. So it was a very, very noisy evening. Max was not very happy. He was, even when the lights came back on, he was still pretty upset because he didn't authorize lights out like that. Lights out in the house mean that the lights gradually go out. I turn off some lights. He's got lights down here, all night while he's playing. I'll turn off the light near his cage. I'll turn off the kitchen and hallway light. I'll leave the stair light on, and he knows, okay, it's getting dark. I'm going to curl up on a comfy perch, and about 10 minutes later from upstairs, I turn off the stairwell light, and he's pretty good with that. I mean, he sort of steps down in brightness, and this is the way that the sun sets inside the house as far as he's concerned. So Max was not at all happy about that. And the next day, on Thursday, Max was acting the part of an overtired toddler. Now, anybody out there with birds understands what it means when you have a bird acting like an overtired toddler. They're screaming, they don't want to settle, they don't want anything. They don't want any food, they don't want water, they don't want that toy, and they're just upset, they're throwing a tantrum, and they want you to understand that they want something, but they themselves don't even really know what they want. So he was pretty out of sorts on Thursday. Joined every single voice conference I had. My coworkers were not impressed. Yeah, a bit of a scritchy for you, Max. So that was Thursday so far. And then Thursday afternoon, when I'm upstairs working, I'll put on a radio downstairs for the flock. I had my phone upstairs. Thursday afternoon, in Alberta, emergency alert went off. Now, if you're familiar with these types of emergency alerts, that means that your phone goes off on this emergency siren sound that is impossible to ignore. Not just the phone, but also any radio station that you're tuned into. I ended up ordering the coffee I was drinking at the time because that noise certainly made me jump. The alarm goes off, it gives you the message, the alarm goes off again, it continues on with the message, And Max, well, he did not appreciate this. He remembers the emergency alarm. The emergency alarm for Max means that it's going to be time to get hauled down into the basement without toys or snacks or anything and sit down there for hours while we're waiting for a tornado to pass overhead. He's not a fan of this idea. We've done a few tornado runs when we've had tornado alerts in the area. I figure it's far easier to get down there when the alert goes off and hang out until we get an all clear than to try to take Max out of a cage or to grab him from the room when something massive is going on. Let's just get down to safety. So he does not like that emergency alert sound at all. So this thing went off. It was loud, it was noisy. It reminded him, I'm sure, of the false fire alarm that we had a week before. And middle of the afternoon, wouldn't surprise me if Max had been taking a nap because he'd been refusing to all day. So now Max is going off. So I come downstairs. Radio finishes its thing, goes back to music. I'm trying to calm down Max. My phone upstairs goes off on an emergency alert again. A few minutes later, it goes off again. My phone decides it's going to loop the alarm sound. Had to restart my phone to get it to quit doing that, but Max was not at all happy. So in case you're wondering, the emergency alert was so that anybody in Alberta was aware of some of the new restrictions that were brought out for COVID. In Alberta, a few things have changed and they've been, well, really, they don't impact us that much because we don't go out and we don't have a lot of people in the house. But they've restricted so that nobody who does not live in your house can visit you. But you can, with your family unit, people you live with, go to a restaurant or a bar. You can go to a church service. You have to wear a mask and it's got to be 25% of attendance. You can go to a funeral, but only the ceremony, no reception afterwards, and funerals are limited to 10 people. You can go to school if you're a child, although grade 7 and above, we're moving to remote schooling, homeschooling starting this Monday. So it's quite a patchwork, and they just wanted to let people know what was going on. Yeah. Max, you definitely have your fluff and chops up. It's nap time, but that's okay. I mean, a napping bird is a happy bird. I'm just going to scooch in a little bit closer. Oh, I know, Max. Oh, you want to get active now, huh? Well, that didn't work. Yeah, he's paying attention. He's making sure that I'm telling the story of upset Max properly. And certainly it was the week of not very happy Max. Mind you, I was not too happy about the power outage either. It did, all of a sudden you can't do anything until the power comes back on, and people might want to see your pretty face, Max. How's that? Yeah, that's right. That's right, Max. Yeah, Greenbird says very similar to the restrictions there. They're definitely not nearly as encompassing as a lot of other provinces in Canada, where you have a complete shutdown or where you have businesses closed and whatnot. Here we have businesses open but limited as to the number of people who can go into a business. It's a portion of normal capacity. So it is a little, I think it's going to be definitely frustrating for the business owners. Idea was to keep things open so it does not impact them, but realistically, it's going to be death by a thousand cuts. Businesses rely on having a certain volume, so do restaurants, and even if a restaurant or a bar is open, but it's only permitted, say 25% of normal attendance, they're not going to be able to make the money that they usually do and they still have a lot of the overhead costs associated with inventory of food to provide people with selection, staff, heat, cooks, all of that. It does not matter how many people, in most cases anyhow, how many people are there, they still have the costs. And I do wonder if, a hard shutdown for a couple of weeks and return to normal for a number of months would be better than slowing things down drastically. They say 3 weeks, but I think it's going to be a lot longer. But we will see what happens. Yeah, Max, you've got a pretty face. Fluffing chops up. Yeah. That's a pretty chill day for Max today. Mookie says, someone get that bird a gold chain. Yeah, Max, do you want a gold chain for Birdmas? Yeah. Okay, what else do you want for Birdmas? Hey, Mr. M, what do you want for Birdmas? Your maximum. Maximum Birdmas. So what we do around here every Birdmas, yeah, we try to have some fun. As December moves forward, we will be doing something that we call 12 Days of Birdmas, which is just a really special Birdmas themed post on the socials. Trying to have some fun with the season. Yeah, it is fun, Max. You're laughing already. Obviously, we're not going to see Weirdo Claus or his younger twin brother. Yeah, I know, Max. That was a lot of fun last year when we got to go out and do that. But that's okay. We're just going to have some very different celebrations around here. It'll be a pretty quiet Christmas, won't it, Max? Yeah. Yeah, it will be. Are you having fun there, buddy? I hear Tico dripping in the background. Yes, my DT, there is a bird on the live stream. There usually is. Yeah, Tico's playing with the bells in the background. I think bells are one of his favorite toys. Bells and pums. Well, do tell. If you're going to stand up tall, I've got to do this. So you'll notice that when something distracts Max or he thinks that there might be a problem, in this really, again? In this case, a really loud vehicle drove past outside. You'll notice the first thing he does is he stands up tall. And okay, are you done? Yeah, you definitely have an opinion. I don't know if anybody caught that, but in the middle of the yelling fit, Max, whisper. Whisper. You know, we're going to stay up there. Here. Not better? Yeah. I know. Notice I didn't come over until you quieted down, huh? Yeah, this was pretty upsetting. Max. No, Max, please stay on the chair. We're going to stay on the chair. No, not on the floor. Okay, maybe on the floor. Yeah, he's decided, Tango, he's decided we'll play him in the movie version on Wednesday night. And Max does, when he starts yelling, he can get very loud. Tico's reaction usually is to tell Max to whisper. And it's that loud stage whisper, which is admittedly kind of cute. So apparently Max wanted some toys that I didn't have at the top of the cage for him, or at the top of the chair. So he is having some cardboard that he shredded a little bit before the live stream. And apparently he wanted a bit more to shred. And yes, he had a bunch of water to drink before the stream. So a bit of a wet splotch there on the paper, but you know what, that happens. And if you have a parrot, you know, and you recognize why newspaper's put down on the floor. Makes things for easy cleanup. I was anticipating him to have a good munch on the orange, which can be a sticky, drippy mess, but that's okay too. Oops, Max. Let's go down just a little bit more. Yeah, let's angle in. There you go. There you go. Hopefully that'll cover you. It definitely is easier to do the stream with the tripod. What do you think you're doing? So Max, if you want to go back up, I can get you some cardboard there. I know it is cute to have you on the ground. Yeah, Max does not play on the ground outside of his cage very often, but inside of his cage, the bottom of the cage is one of his favorite spots to play. Apparently he decided that down on the newspaper was the idea for today, and that's okay. He's not getting into any trouble. I'll just let him play down there for a bit. I'm not going to complain. He's keeping himself happy. I know he is a little hidden under there. That's okay. Max. Not the newsprint. Not the newsprint. Pull that back. That's the yucky one. Max, you want to come out? You want to come up? Come here, bud. You want to come out? Oh, not like that. Yeah. Up. Up, up, up. Here we go. Okay, I've got your snacks. Want me to sit? Oops. How about, before we show everybody my feet, we do this. Okay, I've got your snacks. You want me to sit down? Okay, there you go, bud. Step, step. Okay. You don't get snacks while I'm sitting with you, but you can sit with me. So I'm really hoping that I'm in frame. Yeah. Okay, how about a bit of scritch? So when Max was screaming there, I think what set him off was a loud car going by outside that he did not approve of. He wanted to tell me about it. He said, no, we don't want that car. It's unauthorized. Yeah. Yeah, it was. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna climb up here. Well, I'm just gonna sit and watch you then. Your camera's over there. You gotta show people your pretty face. I know. There you go. Now, do you think it would be okay if I got up? Maybe if, no, I don't want you on me. What if I got you some more cardboard to chew? Yeah, some more cardboard? Well, actually, while I'm doing that, would you like maybe a block? Is that a good block? Oh no! I'm sorry, everybody. I just realized I was completely out to lunch on that focus. Oh well, it happens. I just tossed the rest of Max's lunch inside of his cage, so he has an option there. Oh, you dropped the block already? Well, no, we don't have to go to the floor to get the block. But if you give me a minute, I've got some cardboard. There you go. Some fun cardboard. Yeah. On the floor, really, buddy? I'm just getting rid of some tape. You don't get the tape. Hey, Max. Hi. Oh, you want me to hold the cardboard? Is that the problem? Set it here. It'll hold itself. I promise. There you go. There you go. Yeah, Max. Where's cardboard? No cardboard? Okay, maybe instead of cardboard, you want a couple of blocks. Block. Yeah. We wanted a block. Max definitely does have an opinion about what he wants then, given time. Oops. Didn't work. I had my chair a little too close to a counter and the springy chair kind of popped underneath. Not a good thing. Okay, Max, you gonna munch on that for a little bit? Okay. Now I'm gonna check and see what comments I missed out on. So I know that there were some. Yeah, Max is certainly having a very day today. But we do let him set the agenda of what he wants to do on the live stream. Yeah, Max definitely expects his 5-star service and has champagne tastes. It's toothpick time. I've got another one for you. Orange or blue? Well, not orange. Okay, how about blue? Blue? I'm going to sit there? Okay, you can. That's allowed, buddy. That's allowed. Max. Come back up. Come up. Really? You just stepped in some poop, buddy. All right. I'm just going to let him play on the ground since that's what he wants to do. Clearly, the cardboard bits on the ground are better than the cardboard bits on the chair. And he's got an orange toy on the ground to play with. He's going to have his feet washed because he just walked through some poop. Oh well. If you have birds, you know that is what happens. Yeah, it's toothpick time. Is that fun, Max? He's going to be there for a little bit. Let's see if we can get in just a little bit closer. I'm going to bump the tripod here, guys. Apologize for that. Just going to lower it. And oops. Yeah, how about we lower this? Oops. Yeah, this one's not a super smooth tripod. But that's okay. We can get down to Max's level, I think. Or how's that? That better, Max? That closer to your level? Okay, how many people want to bet that in 2 minutes' time, Max is going to want to climb right back up on top and make me readjust the tripod? Hi, Alexander. Glad that you joined us. Yeah, Mookie, like most kids, he likes the box the toy came in. He's sometimes has some really set ideas on what he wants to do, what he wants to play with. Yeah, that fun? Does Max know Barney? No, Tango, Max does not know Barney. Should Max know Barney? One of Max's favorite birds is Q. I haven't seen Q in quite a while because of lockdown and social distancing restrictions, but he definitely gets really, really excited when he sees her. Beretta's bird, yeah, yeah. Hey Max, who's gonna play you in the movie version on Wednesday night, huh? Yeah? Is that the good block? You have some perfectly good blocks on top. And you just don't want to go there, huh? Yeah. Oh, Tango asked for a cameo by Tico. Let me just set Tico out. Teeks, are you finished your snacks? Are those good snacks? Yeah, you want to pop over where you can cameo? It's bird time for birdies. Yeah. Okay, let's pop there. Step, step. Yeah. Okay, Max, you gonna behave yourself? I'm gonna go get a cameo of Tico. And Tico, there you are. Yeah, I am wobbling a little bit, holding the camera on the tripod. Hi, Tico. Were you annoyed by all the noise Max was making? Were ya? Yeah, Tico's definitely a handsome boy, and he knows it. He's on top of his play stand right now. That's one of his favorite spots to hang out. And the top of the play stand is kind of cool for a few different reasons. The top of the play stand did not originally have this particular perch here. It was just a wire, the same width as this wire. Now you notice Tico's watching my hand carefully because I'm touching his play stand and I'm not supposed to. But Marcia, my friend Marcia of Einstein fame, noticed that Tico was struggling on top and suggested that, you know, having a perch that would snap onto there and fit on might be a good idea. And along with Jeff, they helped me get this perch. So that was just fantastic of them. A really, really special gift. And, you know, Tico just loves it. You know, he's not chewing on it, but it gives him a really comfortable spot to stand. Hey, buddy. Hi, Christine. Glad that you joined us. Been running for just over an hour, and we're going to tie up here in a few minutes, but we wanted to do a bit of a cameo of Tico and just give him a bit of a chance to sit and look at the camera, give it some stink eye, because you all know that Tico's not a fan of the camera. And I apologize, it is kind of wobbly when I'm not on tripod. Okay, I'm gonna go back to Mr. Max, and there we go. Max is still working on sticks. So, and he probably will be for a little while. You know, as long as he's not on the floor chasing toe monsters, it's a good thing. And I know everybody got a look at my mismatched socks earlier because I was not wearing the good socks because I had them out to show you. But I will pop the socks on, link to the socks and a link to the store on the YouTube video. Just one more quick glimpse of the socks for anybody who was a little bit late joining in. But those are kind of cool and kind of fun and definitely a little bit better than my own socks. I'm probably going to get teased about my own socks for a while. They've got that black band, you know, and they are pretty cool. Got the black heels there as well. And you know, I'm actually really happy with the print quality. You know, it's a great image of Max, and it's a lot of fun too. But Max is hiding over there now. Here we go, Max. Okay, we'll move that. So yeah, we've got the socks. We've got a number of new things up, and we've got some new designs coming up this week as well. So make sure that I post when those go up. And after the stream, when I can edit, I will update that link for everybody. So Max, can you buck for me? Can you buck? Max may be too busy chewing to buck. Hey, Maxwell, can you buck? Max, can you buck? Can you buck? No, but I can make toothpicks. Max definitely is much more willing to balk when he's outside. It seems to be one of his outdoor noises. He'll balk sometimes inside when he's inside the cage and playing, but it's definitely something he wants to do when he is outside enjoying the sunny shine. So I would like to thank everybody for joining us today. Keep an eye peeled for some of our Christmas scripted videos. The scripted videos are definitely a very different character to the live streams or to the Max's Musing recaps that we post regularly. But we do have a lot of fun with them, so stay tuned. We'll post, as I said, I'm trying for one a week for December as a bit of a Christmas treat for all of the flockers. And, oh yes, Liz, those are great socks to hang up for St. Nicholas. I wonder if he'll put some nutri-berries in them for Tico. Uh-oh, I said the N-B words. Tico's looking at me wondering where they are. I'm going to have to get him some fairly soon. So, everybody, thank you very much for joining us. Have a wonderful, wonderful, safe weekend and a great week. Hey, Max. Max, you going to say bye or are you just going to munch? All right, guys, I think we have our answer. He's just going to munch. But from Tico, Max, and the flock, wishing everybody a wonderful week. Bye-bye.